Hey, what's up, everybody, guys? How are you doing today, man? I'm so glad to be here, man. It's a good day. It's good to see everybody joining in the team today. Come on, somebody. Hey, welcome back to the family, man. This is an amazing day. It's a crazy day. It's a great day, man. There's so many things that are going on, and I'm so excited, and I just cannot wait to tell you guys. All right, today, it's going to be a very long day because your boy right here, I have two different shows today. At 6 p.m. right now, I'm going to be having Sibayeni right here, Sibayeni Metrofarming company. I'll be having a conversation about everything about farming, because you all know that in Africa, a huge number of people, that's what we do, right? That's basically is the backbone of our economy. That's what we depend on. But unlikely right now, we still have a lot of people dying in our continent because they don't have access to the food. All right, it's really sad that in Africa we have people who are dying because they don't have food, right? So there's a problem somewhere. We need to figure out the way how to do these things. We need to figure out the way how we're going to revive these sectors very well in Africa. And the person that we're going to have here today, she is an expert. All right, she has her own company. She's the founder. She's the CEO. She knows how to do it. She has been doing it for years. Man, today she'll be here to share with us the stories. But not only that, this is the beginning of so many programs to come in the near future. I believe one day when you're going here and there in Africa, we can go with our sister, to train our people, to share her knowledge, to share her skills to our people, so that as those our brothers and sisters who are in the countryside, they're doing farming activities, or even some of your guys are doing farming activities and you are in the cities, then you will know exactly what to do in order to have actually the better outcome than what is happening right now. So today, metro farming is very important topic we're going to be talking about. Please copy this link and share with somebody out there, because it is very important for everybody to know, to see this, and for everybody to come and to be engaged. You know what I'm saying? So please do that right now. Before I bring my sister on. That's the first meeting we're going to be having here today. But the second conversation, it's going to be at 9 p.m. I'll be having two founders, from the United States, and they're Africans. And we'll be talking about one of the podcasts that they're hosting online called Sky is Black. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that, but today you'll get a chance to hear our brothers. They've been doing an amazing things, man. I don't want to spoil anything. If you want to know that conversation, hear that conversation, please come and join at 9 p.m. East African time. But also another announcement I have here, very big announcement to make. Guys, so right now, as I'm saying, in the comment section, I think you see the GoFundMe page. We just created a GoFundMe page to ask you guys for your help. So Healing Nation One Africa, we are looking forward to open offices. We already found a building, a really nice place. Your building, not my building, but our building, One Africa, Healing Nation One Africa building, where we can have our offices, where we can have everything. We can have a studio. You see this picture. You see this picture is not. I'm not in the studio right now, but this is. It's kind of like the example, but this is how it's gonna look in our offices. We'll have a studio, a place for a studio where we can do all these interviews, we can do all this conversation, but also we have a place where we can have just a normal office and people who will be working from the headquarters right here. So we created a GoFundMe page to ask for your help and for your support. Please hit the link in the comment section right now. It's right there in the live stream. Go and hit that and support any way you can, man. Support any way you can. I want you guys to be part of this, because one day when you're coming here, man, to to this beautiful country, when you come to visit, you have to know that this is the part that, like, this is something that you play part. All right, this is something that you play part. Like this office, honestly, we cannot have this office without your support. You can see we wrote all the, I can actually see there's already $200 donated there. This is amazing, man. Come on, something is happening, right? You can see, if you go to this page, you'll see all the explanation we mentioned here. But if you want to know more of these details, you can always reach out to us and you will get the full picture. And we'll be explaining to you guys during our meetings and letting you guys know why, why is this for anything. Today, because I'm having this interview, I don't want to talk much about this, but we created this Healing Nation One Africa funding for the opening of our offices. I've already found a building today. The whole day, I was just running here and there, to talk to the managers. And the good thing is, when I went to the office, the manager, he's the fan of Swahili Nation One Africa. So it was just very simple day, amazing day to just talk, to just connect. And I'll be able to share with you guys video like later on of the place. But for now, I just wanna keep like that, because you never know who is watching, right? But the team has already seen the place, and we have all the blessings, and we want to have this place so that whenever you guys, if you come back here to Africa, you come to visit here in Tanzania in the headquarters, you always come to our offices. All right. If you want to come, you want some invitation letter, and you're part of this family, the office will always provide that invitation letter. So, man, come on, man. Come on, man. We are moving forward, and we want to use anything we can. Want to use anything we can. So please, go and support. Go, and donate anything you can, so that we may have these offices. Finally, we can have offices, because we've been dealing with a lot. We've been trying to actually also even registering and everything, but you cannot register if you don't have website. You know what I'm saying? You cannot register if you don't have the office, right? So this is the very first thing. And our priority right now is pushing for this office. So please go and support us. I have my guest here already, but my sister, I think your device is not connected yet. So it's hard to put you in. I think you're gonna need maybe to go out and then try to come back again. Then it will be everything will be all right. Yeah, so appreciate for everybody who is joining here. The meeting that I'm going to be having today with my sister from South Africa, and we met in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, when we had a conference of Pan-Africanist youth. What was that? Yeah, the youth summit, where we had the youth summit. So, the youth summit. So please come and join. I see His Excellency Ezra. He's texting me here. There's an error. What kind of error? Why that error? I don't know why you are getting that error, His Excellence. Because somebody already donated their 200. Oh. Unknown error. Okay, Marriott, I think we can take a look at that. We can take a look at that. This is amazing. This is exciting. Can take a look at that, and let me do this. I will share the contacts here of Marriott with you, and then you can contact her, because she help us out to set up the the donation page. Let me share. Yeah, I just share the contact with her. You can contact her, and I think we'll find it. We'll get to the bottom of this. Yes. I just sent that. So guys, all right. So please help us out. And I think you see here the money is in euro, because the page is set it from the Europe. That's where we're setting the page. But please go and and help us out. We need your support, and you can share this page with everybody. Anything you have is fine. You can go to share here and raise awareness more. All right, guys. So let me just pray a little quick before starting this conversation, and then I'm going to begin right away. God, I thank you for today. I thank you for giving us this amazing opportunity to talk, to discuss, to connect, and about this beautiful continent, and about farming as well. This is going to be a great day. Give us understanding, give us wisdom. In your name, Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. All right, guys, without wasting time, my sister, she's already here in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to welcome my sister. Hey, my sister. How are you? Wow. Her device is not connected as well. Again, I think she's having trouble with it. She's having her time. All right. Oh, she's back again. Hey, my sister. How are you today?
I'm good, and yourself? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I can hear you, but you know what? I really hope I can see you. Is it possible to see you?
I want to see you.
Oh. All right, guys. It's gonna be a good day, man. It's gonna be a good day. It's a great day. It's a great day, you know. I have no worries. This is gonna be a great day. All right. Yes, you're back. Yes, my sister.
Yes, I'm saying I'm struggling with switching on the video. I
Ah,
think each time I try to do that, it
yeah.
takes me out of the studio.
Oh, okay. Do you see the setting button, like setting?
Yes.
Yeah, go to setting, and then you can go, after you click setting, you can go to camera. They have like general camera, audio. Just go to camera.
Wow. This troubleshooting is not working for me.
Oh, it doesn't?
Yes, I did. I'm on camera, but still it's showing that it is off, unfortunately.
I mean, that's kind of weird, right? All right. Yeah, okay. Then I guess,
Still
oh
not
my
good.
goodness. I really wanted to see you, you know, because I mean everybody here wanted to see you. Come on. You're like the face of Africa, you know.
Oh my goodness, I'm not sure what to do. Let me get
Actually,
maybe.
no, actually,
Let
my
me
sister,
ask.
when you're joining from the start, it gives you an option to join with an audio and a camera. Like you need to press the audio on and then the camera on, and then you can join with that. You know that, right?
Yes.
Yes. Do you mind to try it again, once again, maybe one more time?
Go out and come back.
Yes, yes, you can try to go out and come back, but you know, with the camera open and audio as well.
Okay, cool. I'll be back
Okay,
now.
I'll wait you for a second. All right. Okay, guys, let me continue to talk about the fundraising. Guys, we're raising funds to open up our offices. The building we already found the building, the place, nice location, great location, a place where the headquarters of Soil Nation One Africa should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys will be really proud. You'll be really proud to see this place. Like, I'm telling you, we can even go there tomorrow once we have, we have donations. And I want to appreciate for the 200 euro that has already been donated, by our sister, Netsi. We really appreciate for that. This is great. This is amazing. We already have there. Our vision. We are raising. Let me tell you here the money. How much you're raising? Where is it? I should show it here. We are raising. Yeah, we're raising 25,000 euros in this case, 25,000 euros, and that is because of the the rent for the place that we are renting for the office for the whole year. We want to pay for the whole year because there's an option to pay for 6 months and 1 year, but we want to pay for the whole year. And also another money is for the furnitures and utility in that office. And also another money is for the studio that we are doing. So everything like camera, lighting, computer, desktop and all those stuff. In total, you get, that amount of money. So, please, any way that you can support, you can go ahead and do that. And it's going to be amazing. I have my sister back here. Yes, my sister. Hello? You're muted. Can you unmute?
Yes, man. Right. I'm back here, but still my camera is like hiding me.
All right. Okay. Yes, we can just continue. It's all right. It's all right. She's disappearing again. Man, it's gonna be a good day. Anyways, which country is the office? The office is gonna be here in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. That's where we're gonna be having the headquarters. That's where I am right now. That's where we are opening. But also we're looking forward to open branches in different countries around the continent, in Africa, in the years to come, even in the diaspora as well, to have branch there. But first, we want to establish the headquarters where we can have the place for that family, and then we're gonna move forward later on to other different places. But first, we are starting with this. So yeah, that's where we're setting it. And you guys, you know that, you know, this is the place where you can visit anytime. This is the place where you can come all the time. And I don't know what to say, man, but I'm just excited. I'm really excited because, you know, we have a priority right now. And a lot of people have been reaching out to us asking for, is there any way I can support? Is there any way I can support? This is the way you can support. Now we're establishing offices, and we actually stayed for a very long time without saying anything about that. But now it's the time for us to actually take the next step and to actually establish the offices. So please go and support. The link is in the live chat. My sister, your devices is not connected. I think you might be having trouble with your device. I don't know which one you're using, if it's a phone or it's a computer, but it's not connected. The device is saying it's not connected. So yeah. Exactly. So what you guys can do to support us, share that link of GoFundMe, and also try, you know, to do something, try to donate something, try to do whatever, like however you can. Let's raise awareness and let's invite more people to come and to donate, because every single pen of the money that guys you give, it's going straight to the office, and you guys will be able to see that. Everything you'll be able to see. Everything is open because we don't want to, we want to be transparent with you guys to know where, whenever you give your money, where that money goes. You will see it, everything. If you want receipt, you will see it. For those people who are going to give, you guys will have a direct contact with you guys. We'll have your emails so that we may share with you guys the progress of everything that is going on. It's very important to know that, okay, this is the money I gave and this is how it's being used. So we're going to be very transparent and honest with that. And I assure you 100%, there's not even a single dollar that will be taken away. That is strictly for the office and for the work. Yes, my sister, welcome back.
Thank you. Yes, I'm back here.
All right. So let's just go forward, because I think, you know, I'm not going to be able to see you today. Do you mind to start introducing yourself? Like, you know, who are you, where you're from, and, you know, just in general, introduce yourself.
Okay. While doing that, is it possible that I try to share slides at least?
Definitely. That's why I was asking. You're using computer, right?
Yes, I'm using my computer. Maybe.
That's good. You can share. You can see the share button, right?
Yes, I
Okay.
can.
Yeah, you can share there. But your camera is definitely not turned on from what I see, because I see your profile picture on the screen. That means your camera is off, but that's okay. You can share your in the page here. Hey, welcome everybody who is joining here today. We have let me name you. Let me mention your name. Sam Kelisiwe Chunda. She's here with us today, all the way from South Africa. Okay, let me show here, right here. Yes, my sister, you can go ahead.
Wonderful. Okay. Much better. At least you cannot see my face, but at least you can see my presentation. So that's something, eh?
Yeah, I know you just don't want to show your face today. I know. That's okay.
Oh my goodness. I'm so cool with showing my face. I guess you will see it some other time, or before the interview ends, actually, you would have, yeah, this will come back to life. But anyway, let me go ahead with my introduction. I'm Samgelisiwe Chunda from South Africa. I'm trying to see how I move my slide. Oh, wonderful. Okay, I'm Samgelisiwe Chunda from South Africa at Sibayeni Metrofarming. It's a wonderful company where we make sure that every technology that is required for food production, it is available there. We spend most of our time making sure that we design the best technology and innovation for food production. And also we provide trainings for, you know, the subject. It's actually new to most people. So we use that as an opportunity to teach and to share knowledge amongst ourselves as farmers and also creating network for everyone. I can continue with the presentation. That was my intro.
Okay, indeed. This is your stage right now. Just go
Awesome.
ahead. For those who
Okay.
have questions, please prepare them. I will give you a chance to ask at the end. Yeah, you can just move forward.
Okay, wonderful. Sibayeni Metrofarming, it's a company that was initiated in 2016. And as I explained earlier, that's all we've been doing. I'm an environmental specialist and agriculture consultant by profession. So mostly that's the part that I do in office work. And also I have the technical part is what I focus on. And I have other people who are doing other parts of the business that ensures production happens. And the reason we're doing this, it's because we've had a number of challenges, starting with our company, how it was initiated in 2016. We had serious challenges with floods in our province, and we lost over, I'm sorry, I'm going to use rands as a currency that we use in our country. The conversion will happen later for those who are using a different currency for money. We lost about 700,000 during that period due to the heavy floods. As you can see on the picture, this is what happens when we have the heavy floods. It washes away not only buildings and roads. Unfortunately, this year in 2022, actually, it got to even wash away people's lives. And those are the challenges that we have identified over the years. As it happens, the unfortunate part is that even as farmers, we get to lose our farms and everything that we have planted, which is what happened to Sibayeni Metrofarming. It was then that we got to wake up and decided we need to do farming differently this time so that we make sure that we're able to produce. And those are the things that I'll be talking about as we continue. One of those that affects us is that we cannot be able to produce what we have or what we anticipated when we put the seed down. Looking at the picture, it's actually showing different sizes and shapes and whatever, as you can see, of maize. And these are farmers that came down or that put a seed down, but the production is completely different. And it happens with many crops, actually, and other products, that when the challenges, the climate change challenges are happening in the soil or in the space where we are producing, that's how we get affected. It unfortunately leads to low yield because then I would not have harvested the quantity that I expected. The income will then be very low, or I will lose income because I would have invested money in planting, harvesting, taking care, weeding, and all those kind of things that we do in farming. And as a result, these are the things that leads to, unfortunately, poverty in many of our countries and eventually to food insecurity. Because when there isn't enough food for production or even not enough money to secure the production of food, then the country is affected. There's a number of things that we often see farmers do. This was our farm. The picture shows our farm. That was before 2016 when we had planted on the ground. So many farmers, when this happens, you will see actually we would often change the seed that we use because we're looking for a seed that will be able to resist the challenges so that I'm able to grow regardless of the problems that are happening, which unfortunately, those are GMOs and they affect us. I'll talk about it later. And also that we get to change crops more frequently just to make sure that we protect ourselves from the problems that are happening, coming with the impact of climate change. we get to unfortunately have to pop in money for more fertilizers to make sure that production happens and our plants grow. It gets some of the farmers, they even start using toxic chemicals. And we have now started calculating the impact that that has on young people, especially people who are interested in coming into commercial farming. They would often struggle to get into the market because they cannot afford all the things that I was talking about now, besides the land, the irrigation systems, the labor, the tractors. Young people often do not have the millions of money to be able to buy all those things. So as a result, it limits people who can be competitive in the commercial space in farming. And from there, we decided to create our mitigation factor, which is the climate smart farming that I'm talking about right now, which is what we are currently doing in farming, or at Sibayeni Metrofarming, and we call it hydroponic systems. It comes in different ways. We actually do, when you get into the market, you will realize that there's hydroponics, aquaponics, aeroponics. It's just different technical things that we use
I have
in this
no idea
space
what
of
you're saying there.
It's okay. I do
I feel
training
like
on that. So,
you're speaking in tongue.
oh, I'm very good at that.
Yes.
Okay, but the reason we are using all these technology is so that we are able to raise our farming from all the problems that are happening in the soil or even getting affected by the climate. The first thing is we will make sure that the space where we are producing, it is covered in order to maintain a standard climate throughout the year. That gives us an opportunity to produce throughout the year. So we do not have to work according to seasons.
Wow.
Secondly, because it is a vertical kind of farming, it means we produce from the ground going up. Therefore, we can maximize whatever limited space that we work in. As for Sibayeni Metrofarming, we are in the city in Johannesburg in South Africa. So that's another opportunity where we are able to produce anywhere, because now we're able to control the space where we are producing. It also helps us to be able to save irrigation water. That's the awesome part of it. About 90% irrigation water. Remember, when you plant on the soil, you actually wake up each and every morning and just pour water in the soil. It disappears. The next day you come, you pour water again, and so on. So that's how you get to waste a lot of water. But for us, we use reservoirs. So we fill in the water in the reservoir, it gets recycled within the system. So not even a single drop gets on the ground while we are producing. It is cost effective because all the other things that you require, like huge land is very much expensive where I stay. You pay a lot of millions to buy land. So for us, actually, we're able to work in a collective space, then we're able to save in that way. We save on operations as well. Imagine if you have 50 hectares and you have to send employees each and every day to 1 hectare and the other hectare, all the way, that kind of distance where you are producing, you actually incur a lot compared to when everything is brought into one space and you're just working in a very short radius, depending on the size of your farm. We have minimal risk. Whatever problems that happens in the farms, if everything is right here, it's easy to see a problem from inception and you get to fix it or to change it immediately before it affects the whole farm. We get to reduce the greenhouse gases as well, so we don't have much emissions or carbon emissions into the atmosphere. And we reduce the food mile, like I indicated. We farm in the city, our customers are right here. You just walk there. You don't need big trucks that are refrigerated in order to store your food so that it gets to your customer. In addition to that, it gets there fresh. So you get to supply fresh food and you become the best supplier in your city. This is how it looks like, the kind of systems that we do and how we produce as well. And also it looks beautiful in my hands. I mean, like, this is something to smile about.
Oh yeah, it's really beautiful.
Okay.
Wow.
However, the
Not
beauty
even on the
about,
ground.
oh yes, the beauty about this is actually to show the transformation that we have made from producing on the ground to putting our production on systems. Not because we are lazy, but because we are able to plug and play, and we are able to calculate. That's the beauty about our production. You're able to calculate and measure the turnaround time. So I can be able to go and sign a contract with a hospital or a hotel or wherever and say, I'll be able to supply you from 3 weeks from now or from 6 months from now, because everything that I produce is calculated, the risk and everything else, so that I know that my production will come at this time and there's nothing that's going to disturb. Unlike when you are doing the heavy labor on the ground and you just at a season of flowering, then there's rain. Sometimes some of the things can be damaged, and that's how you get not to supply your customers as promised. So that's the beauty of the transformation. We have different kind of systems, like I indicated as well. We still do play with the soil, even though we don't like to get dirty. We like to stay clean, but just
what kind of farmer are you?
I'm this kind. But just to make sure that even for people who cannot afford to buy those huge systems that I was talking about, they still are able to start something and produce regardless of the problems or the challenges that are happening in the soil. As you can see on the pictures, we're able to use those bags. We use the square foot gardens. We're able to use tires, old tires that were from a car, and you're able to plant on it. So those are other options as well, just to make sure that production happens whether we have the money or not, so that we're able to feed our nation. I indicated earlier we do trainings, and in those trainings, we're not only teaching how to put a seed on the ground, but we also use that opportunity to unleash the potential in the business of agriculture, where people can be able to come together, put in money that will work for that specific group for them to be able to produce. In South Africa, we have this thing called stokvel. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of such.
No,
but
what is that?
A stokvel is where people come together as a group. Maybe you are 10 or 20. You put in a premium, a percentage of money on monthly basis, and that money goes towards benefiting the group, or it gets, like, the owners, the shareholders will get dividends from that. And in farming, that stokvel is used differently, where people are able to then take that money when it now has to come to you as a beneficiary, or it is time to get your share. Then you can be able to use that money to buy the equipment and the resources or tunnels and whatever that you need. So it's a matter of using someone's resources to be able to build your own farm without taking a loan. And then we also have associations or forums where we use that in order to share knowledge and also to organize ourselves for opportunities like funding and so on. I always encourage people to collaborate, so that whenever you see, the agriculture value chain is huge, and it helps when we collaborate. One can produce green vegetables, the other one is processing, the other one is branding, the other one is marketing and selling, and so on. So we are able to work together when we collaborating in the market. We also spend some time processing our products as well, because this is one opportunity where we add value into the produce that comes from the garden. And also it helps us to be able to extend the shelf, the life shelf of the product. Like, for instance, if I've produced herbs and they are fresh, I can keep them for about 7 to 10 days. But as soon as I'm able to process them, put them in a bottle, and they are in the shop, I can keep them in that shelf for about 12 months. So I've extended the life of my products in that way. And I also get to sell it at a higher price compared to when it is fresh from the garden. A number of things that you can see on the pictures here, like the sauces, the herbs, and the earthworm tea, which are our antibiotics, just to help our plants to grow. And okay, this is one of the slides that I usually talk about when I get political.
This is the one you worked for many hours, right?
Oh, yes. That's the one I said I worked on it for hours. Because most of the time I work with young people. I have a huge network that involves youth leadership. And in those ones, we often find our seniors, whether in government or in private sector and so on, they're always asking the questions, how can we support you? Or we don't know how to support you. So this is what I put together to say, this is what we need as young people to be able to grow in our businesses. And it's not specific to agriculture, by the way, but it is spread across to anyone who needs to start in business. Like, for instance, for government to make sure that the registration of our businesses is made easier. In some countries, actually, most people you'll find people doing businesses without being registered, because the process of registration, it's either it's too long or it's too expensive, and all those kind of challenges that actually delay us in starting and growing in business. The requirements to get certified, it's just a lot. And some of them are used actually as a stumbling block, just to pull us back, because they will often say, you're not certified to do this, you're not certified to supply this, and so on. So those are the things that delay us, and as a result, we're not able to do business. The policies that are set out there, they're not good or friendly enough to support the local production. You find sometimes it's easier for companies that are coming from outside importing to us products than us producing to supply amongst ourselves. As a result, we're not able to grow, because people find it easier to buy products that are coming from China and from India because they are more affordable. But for me, I'm still restricted by all the rules and whatever. So my products are expensive and I never grow. The resources that we need as well highlighted, and the capacity building that can be able to assist us to grow in entrepreneurship. The funding. Sometimes we often say that other countries, like for instance, when you talk about China, they would often say they have 97% employment. And the 3% that is left, it's actually people that are unemployable, meaning it's people who are either old or disabled in any other way, or they are too young and they're not able to get into employment. But those that are active, they are able to do work, they actually are all covered. And this is because industrialization and manufacturing is subsidized. So they're able to multiply jobs as much as possible because there's so much funding that is available to ensure that production happens. However, in our African countries, now speaking as an African, we often get funding or grants coming on the other side, not to help us to produce, but to help us to consume. As a result, we become that kind of citizens, and we never get to grow economically.
I'm sorry, can you stop there for a second? I want you to say that again and to elaborate a little bit more. Like the funds that we received, they're not helping us to produce, but they're helping us to consume more. So in fact, we don't really, like those funds are not really helping us, but we just end up having a lot of debt because we're still consuming, you know what I'm saying? So can you stop a little bit there and just elaborate a little bit more? Like I like that point so much.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll stretch on that. What happens in our countries, you'd find that as we grow, we are excited about being old because we're gonna get pension fund. So there are grants that goes to pensioners. People get excited that I will sit and do nothing and just get a grant. In our country, in South Africa, we have grants that goes to people just because there's no one who is earning income in your household. So you get a grant just for that. You're a child until the age of 18, you get the grant just for that. There are other grants for disability. They are very, like as COVID started, there was also, they also introduced what is called unemployment grant. So you can imagine those are the things that are saying you are unemployed, so we're giving you a grant. It's not things that are saying we are helping you to get employed. As a result, because it's just grant, money that's just given to me, I only use it to go buy food. So even the mindset is built or it's created at a very young age to understand that I'm this person who always has to be given. So I receive the grant, I go buy food, consume it, go back the following month, receive a grant, consume. So I'm just a consumer. There is no grant that is specifically set aside for production, for manufacturing, for, just to build our businesses. And also even on those funding that are available, it is made so difficult when you want to do it for business. Like for instance, if I go to a bank and I need a loan to buy a car, I can actually have my car the next day or 2 days later because the process is just easy. You just prove that you have income and they give you the money. But if I need the same amount of money and I want to start a business, they will want 3 years financial audited statements. They will want security. They will want all those sorts of guarantees that will actually make sure that I don't qualify. And as a result, I don't get that funding. So it's difficult to get support when you are doing it for production and for business than when you just want to consume and spend. I hope I clarified that part.
Trust me, like just for that point, like you deserve to be a minister of agriculture in Africa.
I was hoping you give a standing ovation and clap hands.
If I was the president of Africa today, no, you'll be my one of the top pick.
Oh,
that's really nice point you said, and it's really sad that I don't know like what we see like in Africa, and especially I'm talking about leadership in general, because we're talking about farming today, I mean metro farming, but it can go all the way to another sectors as well, like the funds that we receive as a countries from World Bank and IMF. Yesterday we were actually having that conversation here in Swahili Nation Network. It was just a crazy and amazing topic. We can go even there and you can see like how much we are actually losing every single time instead of gaining. instead of focusing on the production, focusing on creating something, building some industry, building some, how can I say, industry that can manufacture actually, if it is vaccine, if it is medicine, if it is all these things, by ourselves, instead of just getting something that, instead of, creating money, we actually spend a lot of money and we're not getting anything.
Wow, thank you for adding into that. Just as I conclude the slide as well, to say even the markets, when we have produced.
I thought we just got started.
Oh, okay. Wow, I wish.
People love listening to you. You see here, Mundatez, this is one of the hosts of our shows here. He was hosting here yesterday, The Hidden Hand, and he was talking about that, about what I was just sharing right now. He said she had one of the greatest presentation at the conference. That is in the Africanism Youth Summit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Mundatez, prepare your question, man. Soon you guys can ask your questions. Yes.
Okay, let me continue and conclude. I also wanted to indicate as well in terms of getting markets that where we stay in most of our African cities, there's so many shopping malls where one can be able to go and buy and so on, but there's not specific markets that are created, and I think that's what we need for us to be able to, like when I've produced something, I don't have to stress or worry about qualifying to export and so on. But the government around my space where I am or in my country, they can create that market for us to be able to take our products into, like for instance, an agri-hub or a fresh produce market, and it gets taken from there and it gets exported to other countries. So it offloads the stress and the cost that I would incur as an individual when I need to get that far. But that gets subsidized. And I think that's how other countries are succeeding, because exporting is subsidized for them, whereas for us, it's a very expensive exercise. And some of us, we never even get to reach that market because we can't afford it. Or if I am to afford that one, I need to sacrifice a huge percentage of my production or income so that I'm able to get there. And this is where I'm saying, yes, Sibayeni Metrofarming, we are available on all social media pages. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel just to learn more about farming. We share videos every now and again. We share posts on other social media pages. And we also have an online store if you need to buy some products. We do not mind sending it to your country. So don't worry about that. We can actually make a way to get it there. So production needs to happen. And lastly, as I close, I often say, if you can eat it, you can produce it. There's no way you can wake up every morning and consume things that you cannot produce. There must be something that you haven't done correctly there. Produce what you consume. Thank you, my brother.
If you can eat it, you can produce it. Come on, somebody. If you can eat it, you can produce it. We need people. We need Africans. We need our people to wake up and to actually start producing it. This is not the time to consume. This is not the time to actually, you see this a lot of time, like to buy clothes from, Amazon, to buy some, food from even Amazon or whatever, man. Come on. We need to produce our stuff. We need to produce our own things. You don't know who has intention for anything. Like in the world that we are living today, man, so many things, so many weird things are happening. I didn't tell you guys why we received strike. You know why we received strike? And we were out for 7 days. We're not allowed to upload or to do live stream for 7 days. You know why? Here's the reason, guys. Because there's one video that I shared. And that video, this one guy, and he's not even African, he's a doctor. All right. He's a doctor. He was talking about, I'm not going to say it because they're going to give me a strike again, but he was talking about the plan that is out there to reduce population based on the race. All right, that's what he was talking about, right? So I shared that video, and he's talking like a lot of facts, a lot of evidence, and he was like, I don't want to be part of this. That's why I'm talking about this. I uploaded that video because I wanted our people to see, our people to know, and also to share their views. The moment I just uploaded it, I received block and I received strike. That strike is still here, and I was not allowed to upload any video or to do live stream for 7 days, guys. 7 days. I received strike before, but it was not like not allowed to upload or something like that. It was just a strike. You see, there's a strike there. And this strike is going to stay there until October. Anyways, for 7 days. But why is this? We see all these videos. Maybe those kind of videos you have seen it before and all those kind of stuff. But while we can produce on our own, we can actually do something for our people. We can produce our own food. We say, those food, they have a lot of chemicals. If you eat, you might not be able to have babies, or you might get cancer and all those kind of things. We have an opportunity to produce on our own using our expertise, like my sister here. The knowledge, the amazing knowledge that she shared with us, man, like you are the treasure of Africa, because what you shared here today, like I hope it goes there to everybody out there. I hope everybody get to understand this. And I'm telling you, I told you this, my sister, when we were in Ethiopia, that, I'm going to use you. Please allow me to use you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I know. Allow me to use you, because just the other day I was, we're talking in the team. There's an amazing project we might be able to start very soon. Amazing project. Like our own project that we can actually produce and distribute, distribute like products, like we already found a place. We already, like, there's just so many stuff that are coming up. But, it's also about farming. It's also about, nature. It's about that. And, who else do we need for that? To receive training? Who else do you need for that? To actually join our hands together and to actually do something for this beautiful continent. My vision for this continent. My vision for this continent, my sister, is that one day we are not going to be able to import anything from outside, especially when it comes to food. We cannot keep importing food from outside coming back to Africa. This is the continent that we can have food, man, for 7 million years to come. We can have that. If we work with our expertise like you, we work with it doesn't matter what kind of technology we have, but we can. That's the backbone of Africa's economy, and we need to invest much in that, and we need to actually work more on that to make sure that we have something. So I want to appreciate for your existence. I appreciate God for your existence, and also I appreciate that coming to Ethiopia, I came there to meet you as well, because this is an amazing connection. Today we're having this conversation. So I want to allow everybody out there, you guys, if you have questions, this is the time to actually ask questions. This is the time to ask questions. You can drop your question in the comment section. And our sister here, let me mention your name. I only say our sister because I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. Say Sam Kelly Siwe. Okay, our sister here, Sam Kelly Siwe, she will be answering your questions. But let me ask you this question. For the startup, my sister, Sam Kalisiwe.
Yes.
By the way, I love your name. Do you mind to tell us the meaning of your name?
Oh, my name is so simple, actually. It says gift. So it's a present when you receive something. Yes.
Wow. I asked that question to you, and I asked her, hey, can I call you gift or present? She was like, no. I said, can I call you Sam? She was like, no, you must mention my whole name, Sam Kalisiwe. So I was really impressed, because a lot of people, when they have long names like this, they just choose the short and form of it or nickname. But I was amazed. And I think this is how it should be, like Sam Kalisiwe. It's a beautiful name. Guys, it means gift.
Thank you.
So Sam Kalisiwe. So you know, in Africa right now, yes, I want you to talk a little bit about that, because I know some people are coming and joining us right now, so they haven't seen actually your presentation. But I want to talk for you to talk a little bit again about the points. You know, we have challenges right now in Africa. Some of the regions, they actually don't have rain, right? That's one of the problem we have, and these are kind of like countryside, the place where they don't even have water in some places. What do you think, your company and what you do, what do you think is it something that is going to save that issue, and how can we solve that problem?
Well, you started with a prayer. How awesome is that? Water is this wonderful gift that comes from above. We've always known water as something that God just decides and it pours. However, we can influence rain by making sure that our environment where we are is it allows evaporation to happen by planting trees wherever we are, on the streets, our households, and so on, and also reducing the carbon that we emit into the atmosphere. So that's one start that will keep the space or the environment green. It will allow every natural process to happen when water has to go up and water has to come down. And that natural process will make sure that seasons, they flow accordingly without counting all the other problems. Secondly, most of our underground water, in many countries, we have an opportunity to draw into the underground water. So that's one opportunity that we can tap into to pull out the water that is down there, you store it properly, and you are able to use it, especially for farming or also for food consumption. I've seen in some areas as well, they're getting to tap into seawater and desalinize it. And it's so difficult, but it is doable. Lastly, it is making sure that the amount of water that we receive, we do our best to collect it and conserve it. When I mentioned this earlier on when I started, I was talking about floods. In most of our countries, we will complain and cry that there are floods today. And 2-3 months later, we cry that there's drought. So you ask yourself, what happened to all that water that was washing away our bridges and roads and so on? It is because we do not have good collection systems and infrastructure that will ensure that we keep the water, so that when the season, it's not a rainy season, but we still are able to distribute water and we have water throughout the year. At times, it is because we waste the water. Like whenever I have enough water, I waste it and I don't use it sparingly so that I have enough water in future. So those are the things that we need to adjust so that we are able to produce and have enough water. But the keeping the environment green and clean, it's the best option. It's actually one of the steps we need to start with.
Yeah, and I appreciate. Thank you so much for such a good answer. And how do we help our local farmers? For example, I'm showing you this picture on the screen, or like grandma right here. These are people who are actually struggling every single day to farm, to dig, and to struggle like that, so that we may be where we are right now. A lot of food that we have is coming from countryside, and these are people who are always struggling, and you know that there's nothing in return for them. So how do you think we're helping them how can we help them to kind of like benefit from what they're doing? Because I think most of them are forgotten. We kind of feel like this is their life. Like those people from the village, you kind of think like this is their life. They're supposed to do it. I'm glad that you're doing this in the city, actually in the middle of the city. But how do we help that? Is there anything that you have in your mind to actually support?
Yes, there is a way we can help in sharing knowledge, but also resources. If you go back a little bit, there's another slide. Yeah, go back again. Keep moving. Oh no, I think you passed it.
This one?
Nope, no.
Ah.
It's showing different production slides. Okay, let me do it. Let me do the move. Oh, okay. It wasn't at the back. It was in front, actually.
Yeah.
After that one. Yes. On this slide, I've shown alternative ways of production. There's actually many more where people can be able to, like, for instance, you see the one on the last one on the right hand side. If I collected waste tires that we often throw away and create pollution somewhere, put that together and be able to help that farmer in my neighborhood to be able to produce. This will conserve the water, it will save the nutrients, but also it is less labor. It's not the hard labor that you saw my grandmother doing on the other side. It's something that is doable. And after this, you can actually get to a level where you even quantify the resources that you require. The other one, using bags. But okay, these are bags that we buy from agriculture shops. But also you can use the very same shopping bags that we often throw away and create waste from. You can use those ones, produce from that, and the nutrients and the water is collected within the bag, and it makes it easy for one to quantify how many trees I have, how much production I'm gonna have at a particular time. I'm able to also manage the diseases. Those things do happen in farming. You get to manage the diseases as well. So it's lesser burden for the person who's producing when they're using these methods.
Yeah. That's a great news, by the way. It's a great news for everybody. So you guys, if you want to give a little bit of a break to your grandmas and granddaddies that are in the village and doing hard farming, you can actually create something like this in the city for them. And bring that grandma in the town and be like, grandma, this is where you're farming today. This is where you're going to do. This is, what I'm saying? This is such a wonderful initiative. It's beautiful. I've seen this in South Korea. That's what they do a lot, because in the they do this everywhere, like here in the city, even in the countryside, they actually do something like this. They do metro farming. So I think it's something that okay, what would you say about the things that you produce? Does it have like the high, like how can I say, amount of the products you produce more than like the hard farming you do?
Yes, it has an impact. Okay, now getting a little bit technical. For each and every plant, when you put a seed on the ground, our plants have roots, and those roots have, on daily basis, have to search for nutrients and for water. And what happens if the nutrients are not at a close reach for that plant? It means the plant has to work harder searching for water and searching for nutrients, which actually delays the growth of that plant. But if the nutrients and the water are accessible, they're right here, it means the plant will just focus on growing. And that actually means the harvest time will come much quicker, and the yield will be much bigger than when the plant has struggled so much, like what I showed at the beginning on the different sizes of maize, that the seed was the same, but the harvest is different. The other one has a very big comb that looks healthier, and the one that doesn't have enough nutrients or not having enough water, the comb is shorter, and it is deformed. So those are the impacts that you will find when you're not supporting your production.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Well, guys, anyone out there has any question? I don't see any question coming. It's either people they understood 100% what you were saying, some Kelisiwe, or either people they don't understand at all. They didn't get anything, which I
Okay,
doubt
don't go
because
there.
I'm just keeping 100%. All right. But well, you know, I'm really curious actually. You said you guys you do trainings but I'm really curious, how does this train look like? Is it like you take people, you go on the farm and you show them that this is how we do, or just sit in the class and actually like go through logistics like ABCD, you know, things to consider, things to know, you know, when you want to do something like this. So let's say I want to start, you know, metro farming. Where do I start? How do I do it?
Oh, that's very much easy. We run trainings on monthly basis, and our trainings, the theory part is online. That's the good thing about it. So it doesn't matter which country you are in, you still are able to tap into our trainings and learn from there. And then we do the practical. It's then that we bring in the people into the farm and we show them how this works, how to maintain that, how to plant, and so on. And for those ones who are not able to come into the farm, we do it virtually as well. So they're able to see what we are doing, ask questions, and be part of the practical. So it is possible to join the practicals. They it's a 2 weeks training. So when you do it online, we give you the time to work, like to connect either in the evenings or over the weekends, as long as we make sure that you are able to complete the work, the theory. There are assessments as well, of course, because we need to give you a certificate. So we need to test that you actually got the knowledge and you understand what we're certifying you for. And then it's the practical.
Yeah.
We also have a network that helps people after the training, so that you're able to interact with other farmers, to share whatever problem you have or you have questions going forward. You get to communicate within that network, and you also get to sell your products much easier when you know that anything that I produced, I can just take a picture, post it, and write, these are the products, these are the quantities, this is where I am, and this is the price. And it's easy to get it going to different markets as well. Or we share the opportunities to say there's an opportunity to supply somewhere. Whoever has this kind of products, just call them or send your details and you get to put your products in the market.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. Let me ask you this one last question. This is more of your opinion. I just want to ask your opinion because you've been in this sector for how long?
That's an English question. I'll pass. I don't remember. All my life, actually, because
that's an English question. What do you mean it's an English question?
Okay, for as long as I've existed, I started farming as a child. When my grandmother was farming, I've always been there helping her. I went to school. I was doing environmental management and agriculture. So I don't have years to it because it has always been my life. I've worked in government as an agriculture scientist, and yeah, those years add up, and now I'm doing it as a business. So it's all my life.
Oh, and this is your real grandma?
No.
Yeah, I was about to be surprised here. That wow, okay, grandma. Yeah, she reminds me of my grandma. You know, my grandma back home. I have only one grandma left. I miss her. I'll call her after this presentation. I hope she's not
Please
sleeping yet.
do.
Well, let me say this. That okay. The last question I had. Okay. Someone just asked here a question. He say, here on the screen, does aquaponics have a place in metro farming? I don't even know
Yes,
what is
it does. Actually, aquaponics is
aquaponics.
a mix. Yeah, aqua. It's where we get to mix the production of fish with the hydroponics farming. So you produce the fish, it gives you nutrients, you direct those that nutrient-rich water into your hydroponics. The plants
Oh,
will take the nutrients, so the water comes
oh.
back clean enough for the plant for the fish. So it's kind of like sharing the nutrients and the water between the fish and the plants. Yes, there is room for that. It's just that on this production, it is not included. We only are doing the hydroponics. We did not include the aquaponics. However, we've practiced both systems and they work very well.
Yeah. That's amazing. I just learned something new today. Aquaponics. That's a good one. Aquaponics farming saves water, but can it feed the country? All right, that's a good question. Okay. The another question that I wanted to ask, the last question, I wanted to say that your opinion on this issue that we are going on in Africa. I know that you see the opportunities to actually have excessive supply of products in Africa, and specifically food. But you know that we have areas and regions in Africa right now that our people are dying because they don't have food. The supply of food is lower than the demand. And so some of our people are dying right now in a lot of countries in Africa. um how do we solve that from your standpoint? If today you had a chance to talk to policymakers or leaders who are actually working in these sectors, what would you tell them to solve this issue of drought and hunger?
Thank you for that question. I think I will say, please prioritize the needs of the people. In many of our African countries, I have learned, or at least those that I've visited, I've learned that breweries are so much industrialized and localized. We even pride ourselves of our beer and our wine and all that, meaning the priorities, somehow there's a mismatch. We go out there and we say we are so hungry, yet whatever funds that we get, we never direct it to make sure that production for food that we need happens. Instead, we direct it to something that we could do without. So I think that will be my number one proposal. Please prioritize the needs of the people. People need food. They don't need to get drunk. So put away the funds that you direct towards the breweries and let it go towards food production.
Dang,
and most
man.
of the poorest countries, they actually are brewing their own alcohol.
Yeah, indeed. And we have, for those who drinks alcohol, we have local alcohols. They're actually better than those alcohols that coming from outside. So guys, you can prioritize on your local alcohols too. For those who are drinking. But I don't advise you to drink. I'm not endorsing anyone here or any alcohol companies. Well, I think that's a really great answer. And it's sad that we are having even this in this conversation right now, because it's like it's common sense that as a leader, if you're there to work for your people, and you need to prioritize their safety before anything else. And we all know basic needs, right? We need food, we need shelters, and we need clothes. So when it comes to food, it's something that it should be there, like the budget for food, like it should be like the policy of each countries in Africa, that nobody shall die because of hunger. No one, not in this century, because that is how can I say, is on us. If somebody dies because of hunger, it's on us. That blood is in your hand. You can't say anything is in your hand, because you cannot tell me the government doesn't have money to give its people food. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. It's the basic need for people. I'm ready to reduce my salary if I was a leader, so that my people can have food and eat, because that's the basic thing. And I think you said it very well. And I hope they're listening. And I hope that is not going to be the card that we'll play for asking funds. That, oh, we don't have food. We are drought. Oh, this and this, man. That's insane. And that's a shame. A shame to the continent. A shame to this beautiful land that God has given us. And I hope we'll change that. There's another question here from Marriott Antoinette. She's asking, what is the electricity bill like? Is the bill manageable?
Okay. The bill for electricity is actually non-existent when it comes to this kind of systems. Just to give you a simple example, if you have the small system like the one that we often use for households, it's about it's less than 400 watts when you use that one. And the bigger ones, I think they are about 3,200 watts. And when you look at your refrigerator in your kitchen, it's actually about 5,000 watts. So you can tell that the pumps that we use for production, they use much less electricity. And in addition to that, we give alternatives depending on what you can afford. You can actually be able to use solar panels and pull in energy from the sun, or you can use other alternative energy sources depending on how advanced your country is. I've seen other countries using wind energy and gas as energy and so on. However, the solar is the best option because then you don't pay a cent to it. You just connect the panels once off and you draw energy from that.
Okay. Indeed, beautiful. Well, let me just take this time to appreciate you, my sister, Sam Kelisiwe. Appreciate you so much. We haven't even talked much about, how we met and all those stuff, but, I think it was God divine setup meeting to meet. And most of the time I spend a lot of time with you. And now we're having this conversation, about what you do. And I believe the people here today have been blessed and learned a lot about metro farming. And this is just the beginning. We can have more conversation in the future. And this is your family. We have this tendency that every time we have a guest here, they become part of the family. So now I believe that you're going to subscribe and turn on your notification button because you're part of us now. And anytime you have something and you want to share, you feel like this is something that I would love to share with Africa, then you can hit me up and we can have this conversation again to let our people know about whatever that is in your mind you want to share. We need you, and thank you so much for stepping here today and share that knowledge with us today.
Thank you so much for the invite, and wow, what a wonderful opportunity to share knowledge with the continent. And about subscribing, unfortunately, you are just too late. I've always been there.
Oh, then that is fortunately. I thought you were gonna tell me that, oh, I don't have YouTube account.
No, I've always been following, and yeah,
Wow,
so
that's
I'm a member
that's
of the family already.
that's amazing. Thank you, guys. You can actually go as well, and you can subscribe to some Kalisiwe YouTube channel, Sibayeni Metrofarming. That's the name of the YouTube channel. Write down, and please do support. And yeah, we just hope that this will be a place where our people will learn and will grow and will actually go out and make difference in their areas. So if you're interested in farming, then you have some tips, to go ahead and to do it. That's all we gotta do. So thank you once again. God bless you. I love you, and I'm gonna have this conversation with you in the near future again.
Thank you so much, my brother, and oh wow, to the wonderful audience as well. Thank you for interacting, and your questions are noted. Hopefully, you will be able to use it for your benefit in your country. Thank you.
I really appreciate you so much. Yes, I'm going to let you leave right now, and I will talk to you very soon, my sister.
Wonderful.
All right, appreciate it. All right, guys. Okay, I just saw my brother Jonathan just came here right now. Jonathan, no worries, my brother. I understand you, and we love you here at Soil Nation Network. So once again, I'm late at the conversation. My hours are all messed up. I hope you're having an amazing trip, my brother. And welcome. I just finished the conversation right now, but this was such an amazing conversation. And whenever you get a time, you can just go and watch it from the beginning. It was just incredible conversation. But you're not too late, because, guys, I'm gonna have another conversation at 9 p.m. East African time. Guys, you cannot miss this. Let me tell you this. You cannot miss this. Let me remove this first. You cannot miss this. Another conversation, and the matter of fact, let me remove this background. All right, let me be authentic. All right, I can see me in my room right here, so maybe some of you will be able to donate in this website right here, so that we may go to our office. All right, in our office, everything will be so much better than my home. All right. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be having conversation. And right now, if you see me busy like this, it's because I'm actually creating the thumbnail, of that conversation today that I'll be having with these two brothers. They're in the United States right now. They're kind of people that you would love to hear them, all right? You'd love to listen to them. You'd love to hear them, who they are and what they're doing. And, they have this one podcast called Sky is Black. All right, Sky is Black. It's the podcast that is only talking about things about Africa. Right? They always have guests from Africa. Even Africans who are living, in the United States, who are just going there and share, whatever they have. They had me on their show, and hopefully very soon I'll be able to share the link with you guys to see what we're talking about. But it was such a wonderful conversation that I had with these two brothers. I'm gonna have them here. I look at the resume, man, their biography, man. I don't know, man, what God is doing, but the way that God is connecting me with people here in Soil Nation One Africa, man, it's incredible. All right, it's incredible. I know people, they always thank me, but man, I thank you. I thank God for this family, because I am able to meet with a lot of people in this family that I never thought I would meet. You know what I'm saying? So today in this conversation, guys, it will be incredible conversation. And I want you guys to come to show up. All right. I want you guys to come and to show up. I'm trying to prepare the thumbnail here, but I want you guys to come and to show up, because it's very important. You cannot miss this. I'm going to be back here at 9 p.m. East African time. That means less than an hour from now. We're going to have that conversation here. You cannot miss. I want you guys to be here. I want you guys, whatever questions you have, they're actually professionals. All right. Hosts of the podcast. They've worked with HBO before. They've worked with, let me see here to be very, very specific. HBO, Warner Brothers, the Academy of Motion Pictures, Art and Sciences, National Public Radio, and so many. Like, I'm just going to share very soon in the community tab. You can check it out. So these are very professional brothers, African brothers who have been living there for a long time, and they're doing just an incredible work. And this is the time to connect with our diaspora brothers and sisters and just to hear different stories and just to have a conversation. So I'm really looking forward to this conversation today. Please come and join. All right. Also, guys, let me remind you again, guys, we just open up the Swahili Nation One Africa funding. We need your help. We need your support. I've shared before at the beginning that we found a building, a place where we can have our offices, a place where we'll have Swahili Nation One Africa offices. Amazing place, nice location, good office, nice view, from that office. It's just great. It's the place that it actually resembles with what we're doing. All right. We have been having a lot of partners recently, but we don't have an office, right? It's kind of weird not having an office and having office in my house, the place I live. You can see right now the vision, everything. So it's not really a good idea to have office in the house, but it's important to have our own house. Our own office, because we want to take these things professionally and we want to grow. All right. And we want to reach to as many people as we can, our Africans, brothers and sisters, and we want to change this continent for good. So we need a place whereby, me and the team that will be working with me will be there, especially here in the headquarters. As well, inside that office, we'll have a place that we'll design to have a studio as well. So it's a nice, good, big office where we can actually put some partners inside and have an office there. We can have a studio there, a place where I'll have these interviews, I'll have live conversations with some people, I'll have guests coming to the office and have them interviews in the office. So it's gonna be crazy and it's incredible. I've seen a place. I met with the managers and the marketing managers today to meet up with them. Fortunately, one of them, he's the supporter of Swahili Nation One Africa. He knew Swahili Nation ever since I was in Korea, and he has been supporting. So it was just crazy meeting up with the fan, who is the manager, and to just share about that. So you can always see like how the things are going. So we set up the page here of GoFundMe to need your support. And there's an explanation here why we need this amount of money that we need. We want to raise 25,000 euros right now. And we actually define like how much we need for something. For example, 15,000 euros, we need that for the rent of that place, building for the whole year. All year. Monthly is approximation to 1,200. But in a year, for like 12 months, is 15,000. Plus deposit of 1 month as well, which we can get back anytime we decide to leave. But also 5,000 is for furniture in that office and utility. As well, 5,000 is for the setup of the studio. So we need cameras, we need lightnings, we need green screen, we need computers, desktop, and all those stuff. So we just did approximation of that 5,000. So this is just the rough budget for now, because we need to go forward. We need to secure that place. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to pay some sort of deposit and the money to secure the place, because a lot of people are going, they want that place. But I begged the manager that, please, can you just wait for me for a couple of days? Just wait for me for a couple of days. Don't give to anybody else. You are our supporter. You know what we're doing. Keep it for a couple of days and we'll be back. So, but he said, please hurry, because you never know who will go there with the money and want to get the place. So that's why this is very urgent, and we really, really need your support. Until right now, I want to appreciate 2 people who donated. I see the brain, His Excellence, donated, and I see our sister Netsi as well donated. And in total, we have 300 euro already. Guys, so the journey has begun. We just created here. We have 2 people already donated. We have 300 euros. So please, you can take this link. You can share with some people out there. Help us to reach out to as many people as we can, and help us to spread the word to get this amount of money so that we may have this establishment of our office. And again, as I told you before, guys, we're going to be very transparent and very honest with you guys. Every single penny of money, every little money you give, if it's $1, if whatever, all of this will go exactly to a place where it's needed. Everything is going to be public. You guys will be able to see it. For those who are donating, we're going to collect your emails. All right. From this page, we'll connect your emails, and then we'll share with you guys the feedback of what's going on and what we have done with the money that you're giving. So you don't have to be worried that, oh, if I give this money, I don't know how it will be used. Everything It's well taken off, care of. And this is something that we and the team we discussed and we talked about. So please, we need your support, and this is the moment. I've had so many messages, so many emails of people asking, how can I support? How can I support? And I always this is what I always say. Every time somebody asks me, how can I support you guys? This is what I said. I said, join us in our live stream every single day. That's what I've always said. How can I support? Join us at 9 p.m. Join us at this time. Join us at this. That's what I've been saying. But now we have our priority, and our priority is to get the office. If everything goes well, even tomorrow I might be in the office. Tomorrow might be too soon, but maybe next week we might be there in the office and start working on it, start making sure that everything is coming together. So we need you guys. So please, donate. And the reason why it's euro there, it's because it's open right now. We open it from, that side, right? So, please go and support any way you can. You can copy the link. I'll share in the comment section right here. Copy this link, share with somebody, share in all the pages you have, share on social media, tell everybody that help us to find office, to have office. And why you should do that, because this is your place, guys. We always say that this YouTube family is your place. That's why all of you guys have an opportunity to come to actually contribute. There's no such a thing like follow-ups. Okay, have you been here for 1 month? Then you can come and share. No, even if you're new, you want to come and share, it has always been there. So it's the same thing to the office as well. This is the office for the people. We're working from the bottom up to raise up people from the bottom up, and this is your office. And if you pay, you pay your contribution to it, I think it has very significant meaning that you're part of this, and actually you are involved in this. So anytime you're visiting, anytime you're coming, you always should know that the office of Soil Nation One Africa will be there for you, because you actually contributed in the happening of this. So yeah, that's what we gotta do. And here, the video, we put it here. It's the speech that we gave during the launch of One Africa Swahili Nation in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. This kind of like to give you a little bit of a picture of what is One Africa and what we fight for. So that's why we put it here. For anybody who can see, will know that also this is what they stand for and this is what they're fighting for. Yeah. So you can listen to that as well, and yeah, it will be amazing. Anyways, guys, that's amazing. So I hope you guys will do it. And I have a poll there to ask, will you guys help us? Will you do this and this and that? So I hope you guys, you voted yes, and you actually go and do something. Let me see here if there's anything happened while I was talking here. All right, not yet. That's all right. All right, guys, I'm very excited for this. Well, so for now, guys, I think that will be it for today. For right now, I'll just leave and I'll go to have my dinner. And right now it's less than 40 minutes. I'll be back here for another conversation with my brothers, two brothers, the founders of Sky is Black. The link is actually already on YouTube, so you can actually go and see it. Let me share with you guys here. Turn on notification button so you do not miss this. This is very important conversation. You should not miss this. You should not miss this. Let me share with you guys. This is the conversation I'm going to be having this. Actually, this is one guy, but then let me add another picture for another brother, because there are two founders of Sky is Black. There are two of them, and I'll be having conversation with both of them very soon. Let me change the thumbnail here a little quick. And also I need to put their names here. Okay, I'm going to change the thumbnail very quick. So you guys can turn notification right there to see what is happening. B. Francis. Maybe you guys, know them because this podcast is quite famous. B. Francis. They're dedicating this podcast to the motherland. So they always have like content creators from Africa. Yeah. All right. This is gonna be great conversation today. I'm so looking forward to this. Last week they hosted me in their podcast, and I think once their link is out, I'll share with you guys. We had such a nice conversation, and this week is my turn. I'm hosting them. You see how connection. And just tell you guys, last week they told me that, brother, we're here for you. We are praying for you, and we are always supporting you. So that's just amazing to hear from people who have been in this business for a long time, and the only thing they want to see Africa in another dimension, in another place. That's a great heart right there. And I just respect these guys so much, and I cannot wait to have this amazing conversation with them today. And I want you guys to come and to be part of it. Whatever questions you have, you can come and ask. It'll be amazing, and just to be connected, to be connected with our people. Because a lot of time we hear like, oh, black people, whatever, black people this, black people that. But man, all these conversations I've been having with the CEOs and founders who are actually doing great things out there, And this should just send a message that Africa, we are, I don't know, man. This is Africa, and this is home. I'm trying to change the thumbnail. I hope you see the change. You'll see the change very soon. Save this. Okay, right there. Opening in 1 second. Let's take this out. No, not this one. All right, opening. Oh, no. What is it doing? I'm trying to. Okay, yeah. Oh, guys, I'm trying my best. All right. Yeah. All right, guys. So I appreciate for those who are, donating and supporting the establishment of Swahili Nation One Africa offices. Please continue to support that. It means a lot, whatever you have. And since we created it in euro, so whatever you have to donate, you can donate it in euro right there. And if you have any trouble, the Professor Ezra was having trouble before, and he was sharing with me. He was trying to donate something and it was not working, but because he was donating it in dollar, I guess. But now I see he already gave, and it's because he changed to euro. Yeah. So I want to share with you guys the live stream that I'll have very soon here. Okay. Right. So this is it, guys. I'll be having conversation with these two brothers today, very soon, like in 30 something minutes, 35 minutes. So please turn on the notification button. I shared the link here in the comment section. It's right here and right here. And we are live both in One Africa channel and Swahili Nation Africa, Swahili Nation channel. We're also live on our Facebook, Swahili Nation. Also, we're live on Twitter, One Swahili Nation. Yeah, so you can watch us anywhere. We're available anywhere, everywhere. We are not just available. I think, let me see if there's an option to connect Instagram as well. Maybe I can connect Instagram as well. All right, guys. So I will see you very soon. And thank you for those who are donating. Let me show here that page again before I leave. You can show us here. Where is that page? Okay, right here. This is the page. So I appreciate for those who are donating, and please go and support so that we may get office as soon as possible. I hope we can be able to get this within a couple days. So I hope you guys please share and do whatever you can do. Anyways, I appreciate guys. Let me pray and I'll be leaving. God, thank you for today. I thank you for the conversation that I had with my sister Sam Kalisiwe, and as well the people here in Swell Nation One Africa. Thank you for initiative. Thank you for the offices. Thank you for all the people, and thank you for the amazing knowledge that we had here today. We're going to be coming back again at 9 p.m. East African time for another conversation. Give us strength and wisdom even then. I pray for Africa. I pray for every single person who is watching this. Pray that what we do can actually bring about change to our communities and our people. In your name, Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. All right, guys. Appreciate it. I'll see you later.